Well, hello, everybody. Long time no see. It's been a while, been a minute, as you guys say, you young whippersnappers say. Anyway, my name is Patty, and I decided to come on. I haven't been on here for a while. I've been doing a lot of work, and so I am in my shop still. My daughter is still using the office for her school, and that is just fine. So hopefully I find everybody well and healthy. This is going to be a reading that is going to be a collective reading for June. I've looked at a lot of the astrology, the numerologies, said some prayers before starting this video. And I came on because there's sure a lot of energies, a lot of toxic energies out there going on. And a lot of your signs are very career oriented this month with this full moon and new moon that we have. So, a lot of internal things going on with many of you about fighting for your success and whatever that is to you. Success to a lot of people is money. Doesn't mean that it is money. Success could be your health, could be a love relationship, could be anything that you desire, could be success is finishing school, whatever it is there. So, but this energy, this rest of this month, and I'm just going to go to June 26th because we're going to be going into different energies as far as the moon and the new moon coming up as well. Very, very interesting card that popped out. But I also, too, I really want you to think about where you're at in life right now, what you want, where you want to go. I'm getting a lot of energies about people are not paying attention to what they're going to leave this planet. And what I mean by that is what you're going to leave as your legacy, what you're going to leave is what you want to be remembered by, and where you're spending your energy at this time right now. So the energies right now are about what you're doing in the present, in the moment, and where it's going to take you. You hear me talk a lot about purpose and calling and everything like that. But the thing right now is, yeah, definitely. The thing right now is that we're talking about career. It's really driven Libras and Virgos and Gemini's, a lot about career driven and what it is that you want because doors are opening, doors are happening, communication is opening. Mercury retrograde ended, but we have Saturn retrograde that started. We've got a whole bunch of energies out there with Saturn and Neptune happening, and they're trining and sextiling and half sextiling, all kinds of stuff to create communication, to open doors to communication, to open opportunities. It's just like things are opening up, but you're going to have a mindset of is it real or is it I'm making this up? You have to sort of look at it. How are we going to know which way it is? So a lot of it is coming up. You're going to have to pay attention to your intuition. So, hey, Felix, long time no see. You're going to have to pay attention to your intuition because you've got the Queen of Cups here popping up first out. And this intuition is to guide you not for the worldly ways. It's to guide you for the spiritual, your soul and your spirit purpose for whatever it is success is to you in the future. And that is really going to you're going to have to do some deep digging for that, because even though you're listening to your intuition and your heart, you've really got to pay attention to what your soul and your spirit is telling you, because we've got a lot of opportunities here, a lot of opportunities in June. If you look at the planets, there is a lot. However, there is this huge connection about fantasy and reality and knowing the difference between that. It's sort of like a desire and actually achieving a goal or going forward towards a goal. But you got to realize for the rest of this month is what I'm getting as and what I'm seeing and the energies. It's really hard to be out in the world right now for me because I feel I'm at a different level as far as my spirituality and how I live, is that people are so focused in on stuff in the world that they're missing the boat on what really life is about. Here we at the center of this, these are just three cards that popped up that I had just picked and we're pulling. Um, This is the high priestess. Again, she's between two pillars. She's between Boaz and Jachin. And these are dark and light. These are things that are temptations versus, focus and our goals and things of that nature. So she's between these two, and she's really sort of complacent and like, okay, which way am I going to go? Because she's also the number two. This is also about bringing things together for yourself, but you have to bring together things together in the future for yourself, no matter what sign you are. This is again a conglomerate of energies that you have to stay focused. Okay. Again, career comes up a lot with these signs this month. And I wished I had time to do everybody's sign prior, because it has a lot to do with your career goals, and you're focusing in on stability. We have the Nine of Pentacles for another card that has popped up in these three cards. And the thing is, focusing in on your intuition to know where you want to go for your future, as far as it is going to take some work. Okay, so that's what the nine is about. Nine is about reaping the rewards and the fruit. Well, you don't get the fruit unless you work hard. Like a garden, if you leave a garden and you don't water it and feed it and cultivate it, then it's going to die. That's where this nine comes in. This is where this beautiful nine comes in, where it's almost finished. So you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see that job, but you just don't have grasp. You can see that career. You can see that opportunity. Okay. So a lot of signs are about opportunity and growth. And here's the other thing too, for a lot of the signs for the rest of the month until we get to the new moon, is that there's a lot of communication opportunities, whether to speak what you want, speak what you desire, speak what you need, but you got to know what is fantasy and what's true. The problem is we get a lot of the people in our families and our lives and our even our friends that will say one thing that's really beautiful, but then they don't follow through. So it becomes a lie, or it becomes it was a good intention, but good intentions are empty intentions if you don't follow through. And they are very hurtful, because you're getting somebody's expectations up, anyway. So really, really interesting that you're going to really have to pay attention. And I said, when I said in the very beginning, to dig deep into your soul and your spirit for these next couple of weeks. Really, I don't know if some of you have actually felt your spirit, or really even know. You're like, oh yeah, that's just something everybody says, you can't see it. No, but if you really, really meditate and pray, or if you go to a place quiet and you really try to go deep inside you, you can actually feel your spirit. It is an amazing feel. It's hard to do. It's extremely hard to do, but this is your soul. I get goosebumps. This is your soul and your spirit connecting, so that is trying to talk to you. Okay. And this is that supernatural talk that we talk about. Somebody's definitely not getting any rest. Who's burning the candle at both ends here? Somebody is not taking care of themselves, and they're also burning the candle. Now, somebody's going to say, well, yeah, it's stressful, but I can deal with it. No, your body is actually trying to tell you, hey, this is too much stress. You need to slow down, but you're not doing that. I don't know who that's for, but you're off balance. Okay, so somebody is not, either your nutrition is off, your sleep is off, or oh, thank you. So he's saying that you're not even taking the time to balance your life out. So somebody's working, 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 working. They go to work, they come home, they go to sleep, they eat, they go to work, come home, go to sleep, go to eat. And okay, I hear you, because I've been doing that a lot lately. And so that does throw us off balance, including me. So I need to sit there and realize, hey, I need to stop that, because you know what? It will create stress again. And that could be really detrimental, depending on your body and where your body's at. I mean, it can create a heart attack, a stroke, or whatever. So really pay attention to your body right now. This is what's going on, what you're putting into your body. Again, we are a vehicle. Whatever we put in, we can either sustain our life longer by some of the things we eat, we drink, and we put in our bodies, or we can actually shorten our lives by what we put in our bodies. Put a lot of junk food in your body's going to get constipated, it's going to have problems, it's going to not run well. It's like you have just put sludge in your body. Like an engine, you put old oil in it in a car, and it doesn't run smooth, but you clean it all out, put fresh oil in, and that puppy moves real good. That's what fuel is. That is what food is. Food should be fuel to you, not just stuff. Anyway, I won't go into nutrition and fitness right now. But let's see what else Divine has to say. Again, like I said, I prayed before is coming on because I've had a lot of heavy energies around me. It's like I've really missed doing my readings because I don't know who it helps, but it's like he's asked me to just really take the time of the day to do this because somebody is really feeling. I've had a couple people come to me very down. It's a sad time. This is a heavy time. I don't know if people are going through, maybe they've lost a loved one. It's an anniversary of a loved one, or even a relationship, anything like that. So definitely it's real heavy energies. These toxic energies, you guys, are getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Yeah, definitely. Six of Swords definitely wants to go, run away. Somebody wants to take off, just go. I don't know. You guys, I do that too. It's like, oh my gosh, I would just love to leave for a week and just go. I take myself. I actually do that in my mind. I take myself away to some beautiful places that really calm me. We have a place here in Oregon called Timothy Lake. It's just a beautiful, tranquil place, and trees and wind, and I can hear it. And then you can see Big Mount Hood from there. You take yourself right now. This is something that you guys can do: is take yourself mentally to a place to calm yourself. Now, for that Four of Swords that was in reverse, if you really need to de-stress, you need to close your mind and take yourself to a place that calms you and breathe, because breathing is really huge. My daughter's realizing that lately, because it is just really huge that how much you don't realize you're holding everything in. Okay, somebody just wants to get away. Now somebody might be traveling here that because of things that are happening in their life. I don't know if somebody is moving. I don't know, but somebody's getting a new job. There is a lot of concern around this because there may be children involved or family members that might have to be left behind. It's sort of a time where um, yeah, of uncertainty for some signs, that they're not quite sure which direction you're going to. Thank you. So it might not even be a physical trip. This is a trip in where your purpose and your calling, you don't know where to go. You don't know which way to go. I see a Y in the road, and I see a Y, and some people are like, I don't know which path to take. I don't know which way to go. And it's a little bit scary and uncertain. So you sort of are like hovered over this decision of which way you need to go. Again, I'm going to take you back to your intuition. If you're trying to face a path of which way to go, all I can do is really tell you, really, really reach out divine and ask him, show me a sign specifically which way I need to go. I need you to guide me. I need you to give wisdom beyond my years, which way to go. And that's where your intuition lies. Again, we've got an intuition for the next couple of weeks, really. And this is a spiritual walk. This is not a worldly walk. So whoever is afraid of getting close to divine or asking to divine, help me, because you're in between. You've got the number 2 there, but now you've got decisions. And this might be for your career. I don't know where this is for you, but you've got some decision. I think I can't pick up the cards today. Okay, some decisions in which way to go. Okay, so you get away from materialism, guys. Get away from it, because at the end of the day, you can't take the stuff with you, but you can take memories. You can take your integrity. And my gosh, when you leave this earth, do you want to hear, oh my gosh, they had so much junk. I got to clean out their house. I got to do this, do that. And oh, I wish they would have done this before they left. Blah, 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 blah. So we have the Two of Swords again. This is another thing in making a decision. Somebody's definitely is making it in the process of making decisions. And this is a good thing because you really have had to take time to think things through. Now this, I feel like there's a young energy too, like in their 20s, maybe almost 30. And this is like a really wake up time in which way you should go. You can follow your friends and you can follow whatever everybody else, the noise around you is going to say. However, you really need to look at you inside, your authentic self, which way you need to go. As scary as it may be, whatever this why in the road is, you need to pick your authentic you and go with it and screw everybody else. Because it's your journey, it's not anybody else's journey, all right? So pick the way that it's supposed to go for you, not for them. Yeah. Five of wands. Internal battle, internal fight. Oh my gosh. Definitely. Somebody's having, because we've got the Six of Swords and the Five of Wands next to each other. So somebody's really battled this move, this change. It's like they're fighting it. I don't know who that is. Why are you fighting it? Because no matter what, if you keep fighting it, you're just delaying it. Because if it's supposed to happen, divine will have it happen. Whether it's now or later, it's going to happen. So embrace what it is that you're going through, and if it's in a positive manner, and you'll know it's divine, or it's the, if you want to call the universe or whatever, I say divine. And divine is God to me. But the thing is that you will have joy, you will have a lightheartedness in that path. So when you're in that why, guys, whatever it is, what door you're going to go through, which card was it before, whatever door you're going to go through, definitely you've got to feel, again, there's that tuition, and in that intuition and the high priestess, you have to feel your spirit and your soul and listen to it. That if it brings you joy and a light feeling, that is the path you need to go. If it's not the right path, trust me, divine will stop it and have you go the other way. But if it's in light and love, it is not the high vibrations. It's going to that's the path you're supposed to take. If it's sort of bringing you a little bit of doubt, like, oh man, but that earthbound energy is fighting you, those temptations and all that good stuff. You really have to say, that's not the way I should be going, because you know what? That's as tempting as it is. That's not the way I'm supposed to go. And trust me, if you do go that way, divine will have you stopped. He'll stop you in it, or he'll make it so hard for you it's going to be miserable. So, and if it starts to be that way, it doesn't mean that you have to keep going that way. Stop, turn around, and go the other way. Been there, done that. I've been there, done that. How many times in my younger years? It's like my mom used to say, you always make it so hard on yourself. You always do it the hard way. Yes, you do it the hard way. And I'm like, oops. A lot of strength, a lot of courage to do that, to keep moving forward. Yeah, so we have strength is the 8, definitely. So 6, 5, and 8 together. Definitely strength to move forward in this, whatever you're going through, to make this decision where you're headed and where you're going. We've got the 7, or excuse me, we have the Chariot, which is the number 7, and we have the number 5 again. And I've been looking at the numerology of all this, because I'm looking sort of at current energies, future energies, and divine, what he's trying to share with you. We've got 5, 5 in the middle, along with the 2, which means is a decision to get unstable, to get balanced, to get on track, to make things happen, because the 9 of Pentacles is for your future and your growth. Yes, it takes courage. Yes, it does take courage to move forward. Even if it's a baby step, it's going to be, for somebody, it is going to be really, really, I can't do this. It's going to be a leap of faith. Thank you. He says it's a leap of faith. Trust in me. It's a leap of faith. And the problem is that somebody's going to be standing in your way, and trying to put, why did you say rake you down? What does rake you down mean? I don't know what rake you down. What era is that? What language is that? They're gonna rake you down. Don't know what that means. But but they're very prideful, and they're gonna try to stop you, whoever that is. But you don't let them, because you've got the 9 of Pentacles, almost in very intense energy, very beautiful, very forward moving. You're going to be working through this in your courage and your strength, and I love this. You have the world. Okay, you have the world. And that is the number 21 or 3, which is acknowledging that you are beginning to move forward. The big key here, though, is the Queen of um, the Queen of Cups, which is your intuition. It's all about intuition. And that's what, intuitives and empaths, we are. That's all we are. We're so sensitive to the intuition. And you know what, if you're out there and you're wondering if you're intuitive and you're empath, a lot of people that have gone through trauma, PTSD, become very hypersensitive. And that's sort of what that is. You become hypersensitive to all the senses of around you, of everything that is happening around you. You just sort of pick up and hone on everything. That's sort of in that way. All right. This is a different kind of reading, because I don't, he's having me do it this way. So I'm looking at all of the current energies and the future energies. I'm going to go ahead and pull his card and see what he wants to say today. And then we'll go into some clarifications for this. I will say, looking at the numerology and the astrology, though, guys, really a lot about communication opening up, doors opening up. With the planets changing, we got Saturn going in retrograde, which is going to be there for what, 5 weeks? I think something like that. And it's all about structure. Again, here we have the number 4, the number 5. You got the number 5 twice. It's about structure, getting things in order, get your ducks in a row. And then we also have Neptune in there as well. So you have a struggle with conformity and structure and all that kind of stuff. And Neptune's like, yeah, hey, let's go with the flow. And you've got them sort of not fighting each other. They're sort of melding together. Okay, well, I won't be so hard on you about this, but you know what? You got to keep your standards up, kind of a thing. Okay, and that's where we get also too around the full moon on the 14th, which is coming up. Oh my gosh, we're already almost in full moon energies. The full moon is where you have to realize that what is fantasy and what is not. So really be factual. If somebody's going to say something and you're questioning it, there's that intuition card again coming through. All right. Close encounters. Again, reaching out, getting out. Again, the opportunities. Don't miss the opportunity, he's saying. Spread your wings, transform into something new, something fresh, something bright. Somebody needs to start over on something. I don't know what it is. They definitely need to start over, because this is the number 10. The number 10 divine says is I'm putting something to bed. I'm closing the door on something. I really need you to focus in on the future, because I've got something beautiful for you coming. Just really trust in me. Get that leap of faith again, whoever that is. I don't know who that's for. Okay. I don't know who the leap of faith is for. But that's definitely, you're going to have to trust in divine and that energy to really jump out. And the thing is, he's got butterflies. There's butterflies here as well. One is caged, one is not. This is your decision. This is a human thing that we have. You have the choice to decide to leap and go ahead and move forward, maybe take a risk. Is it a wise risk? Is it not? You got to look at, again, here we go. Look at, is it a wise risk? Well, I don't know. It's, it's sort of risky. Is it risky to the world, or is it risky to the spiritual? Because the spiritual is where you need to be focusing in on. Is it going to affect you when you, in the long run, for your integrity, your character, and all that kind of stuff? If it isn't, then take the risk. If it is going to question your integrity or cause something to, the low vibrations to come through and come up, then yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. When that icky hard feeling and you asking your spirit and your soul, is this a good thing? Is this a way I should go? No. You have to really listen to that, because somebody's definitely fighting it and very unstable. They're not strong enough to understand it. I think somebody's just not at that level. They're getting there. They're really learning about themselves, but they're just not quite there. And that's where your fear is, because you are ready to take the next step, but you're just not allowing you're limiting yourself. You're not allowing yourself to take that next step. King of Swords, again, death. Yes, it's all about change. Definitely. So the King of Swords is all about the truth, your authentic truth, the absolute truth, not earthly truth, not your truth. Absolute truth. Absolute truth is a standard that we cannot understand It's a supernatural standard. We know it. We have it in us. We know what's right. We know what's wrong. We know what's ethical. We know what's not ethical. We know what's bad. We know what's good for us, what we put in our bodies. We know this. This is that supernatural understanding, versus the earthly understanding, which is earthly truth, absolute truth. Very, very different. Again, we've got this person who is, I don't know if they're moving physically or whatever. Death is separation. So separation in this case, it could be a separation that maybe somebody is going through a divorce or whatever, but it also could be something that you are separating from your job and going to another one, because divine, again, he's telling you there's something new around the corner. There is something coming. There is something that you need to shut the door on. Okay. A lot of this going on. But again, it has to do around career for many, many signs. Okay. I don't feel like this is like a divorce love kind of thing. Now, it might be a separation that you need to get away from each other for a while if this is a relationship thing, that you need to just sort of like take a break, and not take a break like, oh, we're going to break up kind of thing. It's like, you know what? We're really arguing a lot lately. What's going on? I need to really focus in on myself, why I'm allowing you to get to me, or maybe we can communicate again. That communication door is open again, because we really have to look at the future energies again. Here we go, is the Magician. Remember, I had told you before, I can't make this stuff up. It is all about the full moon energy coming about, knowing what is real and what's an illusion, what is fantasy and what is real. Really do your research. Don't go on Facebook and believe in everything you read. God, or see. Oh my goodness. People just believe in all kinds of stuff. I mean, even photos. I'll look at something and my daughter's like, "Oh, that's Photoshop." I'm like, "Is it really?" And I look really hard. She goes, "Yeah, look over here." Or look at this or look at that. And she goes, "It's really poorly photoshopped." But she's got a keen eye for that kind of stuff. So you really got to look. Is it real or is it not? If it's a new job, really do the research, check it out, follow your intuition. I don't know, something about this job or something about this person, or maybe a friend's dating somebody and you're just, you met them and you're like, man, I don't know what it is. Do a flipping background check on them. I do background checks on all my boyfriends. Don't tell them. But yeah, I do, because you know what? Everybody lies, so it's like I don't want no big surprise. Hey, you know what? You spent 5 years in prison, and oh, you felon still, and I don't need that drama in my life. But the thing is, there's nothing wrong with doing that, doing your research, doing your due diligence to get the facts, because you definitely don't want the illusion. So, whatever is separating you, is it a separation for a good thing? Is this a separation that is destructive or constructive? These are things that I can't answer in your life, but definitely want to ask yourself, uh, what's going on, because somebody's in the middle of a decision, and it may be many of you that are in the middle of a decision, but I don't know what that is. Although you're going to move forward. You're going to move forward. You're just going to have to make a decision. You know what? And there's, how do I put it this way? There's no wrong decision, because if you make a decision you feel like it isn't right for you, then you just go back and say, oops, and then go the other way. you know just don't have regrets. For example, I hate to bring this up because it's so sad. I've always wanted to, well, I actually wanted to marry my Japanese boyfriend. We dated for 6 years. He wasn't ready to marry. He just was younger than I, didn't want to marry, but we dated for 6 years. And then I came home, and long story short, I had called him, and it was like a month or two after I was home, and he said, oh, he has a new girlfriend. And it broke my heart into pieces. Broke my heart into pieces. So then I emailed him, or not emailed, because we didn't have emails back then. So I wrote him a letter and said how I was brokenhearted. And so he called me and he said that was a joke. And I was like, yeah, I can't see, so I don't know. You're far away. And then he wrote me a letter saying that he was going to come to the United States, which he didn't speak English. So I speak Japanese. So So he came to the United States. He wanted to ask me to marry him. And by that time, because he told me he had a girlfriend, I thought, well, I'll try dating. And I was dating somebody, and it was a mess. And stupid me, I couldn't make a decision. And so then I said, well, I have plans to go to Hawaii. Can I give you my decision when I go to Hawaii? Because unfortunately, I was with this boyfriend and I'd made a trip to Hawaii and wasn't happy with the boyfriend. Anyway, I wrote a letter immediately back and I said, yes, I will marry you. And then I didn't hear from him for 2 months. So I had my Japanese girlfriend get a hold of him for me, and so he wrote me a letter saying it's too late. My parents had arranged a marriage for me, and I'm getting married in December. So I lost all that opportunity. So there is chances you can lose an opportunity, and I don't know who this story is for, but just don't regret. And if there's something you need to share with somebody, if there is a feeling I should have married him, now Divine has his reasons. Does he give me that other opportunity? He'll give me an opportunity in a different way, but he gave me the opportunity that I wanted and I turned it down. So it was given to somebody else. So be really mindful, pay attention to your intuition if this is really something. Because I knew when he came from the United States, I wanted to say yes, but I was like all mixed up in my head and young and stupid, because I was looking at not the future of what I really, really wanted for my authentic self. I was listening to everybody else around me, and I should have not. They are noise. Listen to your heart, your intuition. I don't know who that's for. That is where the illusion is. People with the noise is the illusion, and what you tell yourself is sometimes not real when you're telling yourself low vibrational stuff, but when you walk in your authentic self, that is what is real. And that's what brings the sun, because that is what we really, really want. All right. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and get some clarification here. And then we are going to go, I'm going to go do a moon for that new moon. You get what is really beautiful with this spread, though, is that you have the world at the end. You can have it. You can have it all. It's thank you. He's saying self-talk. What are you talking to yourself? He says, many of you are talking ugly things. I didn't create you that way. I created you in my eye and in beauty. So I don't know who that's for, but you're telling yourself a lot of ugly stuff. I'm not beautiful. I'm not loved. I'm not wanted. Um, I don't know what it is you're telling yourself. Oh, it'll never happen to me. I'm just getting plop thoughts. I don't know who those are all for. This self-talk is what's limiting you for some of you. All right. I want to get clarification on the Five of Wands, please, because this is definitely a struggle. I'd like to know what kind of struggle specifically this is, please, for somebody. So we have, because I'd like to know if what they're traveling or where their courage, what kind of courage they need. I'll have to say, if you're ever in doubt of anything, oh, okay, thank you. Oh, wow. um this is you and your self-talk, but I have to say, if you're really, really having doubt or not knowing what to do, always ask Divine, give me wisdom beyond my years, because beyond your years you don't know what dimension he will give you wisdom from. And it's amazing because my daughter has more access and ability to this. Her wisdom is phenomenal and she's way beyond her years, and I don't know how she knows what she knows. But the thing is, when we ask for that wisdom, you'll be surprised at what he gives you, even in a thought or in an instant or a sign or whatever it is. So ask him beyond what wisdom of your years, All right. Just a little tad bit tidbit there. Okay, so getting clarification on this Five of Wands. So somebody's got a lot of opportunities, or they don't think they have enough opportunity. So again, this is that mindset. This is almost like the Five of Cups, the positive versus the negative, the optimistic versus the pessimistic. So somebody is having a lot of opportunities, though. Um, But I think your stability fear is in, am I going to have enough or am I not going to have enough? Am I going to be able to make it? Am I not going to be able to make it? Because we've got the Six of Pentacles there. It's sort of a give and take kind of a thing. And so you got to focus in on moving forward and not worrying about what, don't worry about what could happen or what ifs. Don't even worry, just leap and see what happens, because the opportunities. Now here's the other thing though, is because we've got the Eight of Swords on the other side, somebody is living on that pessimistic side. Somebody is living on that. I don't know what sign you are. I don't know what sign this is, but this is energies that's happening around the full moon again. This full moon energy of saying what's realistic and what's fantasy. In our subconscious, we plant a lot of fantasy because of past trauma, PTSD, things that have happened to us, things that weren't good to us. So we plant these negative seeds and we live there and we stay bound to it and tied to it. And then we don't know how to break free from it. Okay. So the way to break free from it is stop worrying and just do, and let divine take care of the rest. I'll tell you, he will always, 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 if you trust and leap in faith in him and even call on him for help, he will definitely release everything. And you'll be surprised. When I was flat broke and homeless, he put money there. I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it came from. I don't know even who gave it to me. But money came, or things would happen, or there would be situations that the door would open up, or an apartment would open up and it was cheap and the person let me in. I've been here for 12 years. Those kind of things. I don't know how it all works on the supernatural side, but I do know there is, if you have that trust and belief. So whoever's living in that tied up moment, that maybe you're also in something of an addiction, and believe it or not, an addiction can be as simple as thing as sugar. Okay, so with sugar is something that is an addiction to whatever you're tied up in and you're thinking of. You need to release that, because if you unrelease that and stop tying it up. This is that Five of Wands we're getting a clarification on. That's your inner struggle. You're so worried about what could happen, what will happen, and you're, well, what if this happens? What ifs probably 99% of the time don't even happen. But if you don't take that leap, you won't see the world. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to see what the full moon is going to be doing. Go from there. And it's good to be back doing these. I'm so excited to be back and doing these. Yay! I miss doing them. I really did. My daughter's like, you really miss doing them. And I'm like, yeah. She goes, you need to go do some readings. You need to go do some readings. Like, yeah, I do. So while she's doing homework, I'm doing reading. All right. For this full moon energy, what do we've got going? Numerology here, though, is a lot of chaos, a lot of just instability, not sure, afraid, a lot of fear. Um, Again, worried about the fantasy stuff and not even paying attention to the realities. Now, this could be relationship too. I mean, you've got to look at it. A lot of people imagine things sort of like, I hate, when people say, oh, I think he's cheating. I think she's cheating. Well, would you have the facts? And what makes you think that way? If your intuition is thinking that, then there's got to be something going on with that. But is it reality, or is this in your head because you've had this happen to you before? All right. So, and that's the problem, is really understanding your spirit, because if it's happened to you before, then you might have trust issues with some people, and because of the cheating, they've done it before, so you think that's gonna happen again. That is training your brain, and then you need to untrain your brain, because not everybody cheats. Okay. We have the new moon in Taurus. Actually, the new moon is in, or the full moon's in Sagittarius, I believe. I think. Anyway, its prosperity lies ahead. Again, here we talk. I can't make this stuff up. The bull says to keep moving forward, keep going forward. And then your second card is the energy is gaining momentum. You're not going to be able to stop this train. You're just not going to be able to stop this train. And it's going to keep going forward, and your commitment is being tested. So you're being really tested here to keep moving forward. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I wish I could show you each one. I think I can. But anyway, you're not going to stop the train. So you might as well get on the happy train, the joyful train, which is your intuition, following your heart, your intuition, whatever it is, and your spiritual self, not your earthly self. And though how you know your earthly self is just everything has to be about material things and about gossip and about politics and about money and about, who's doing what. Is Johnny Depp gonna win? Is Amber gonna win? And this is all earthbound energy that sucks you up, and then it'll spit you out because it's like, ha ha ha, I've wasted how many weeks of time when you could have been moving forward, picking up the momentum, getting to what you need to be doing, staying focused again. Where's that card? He is totally focused on that center part. He's got all these opportunities, that those everything else on the outside is noise, but he's staying focused. Stay focused on your goals for the next couple of weeks. Know what you want. Decide what you want, because somebody's in that why, and go for it. The communication is open, everything is open, the doors are open. Go. Because you're not going to stop the train, but it's got to be your train, your authentic train of your purpose and your calling, where you want to go. If you don't even know your purpose or your calling, it's time to sit down, dig deep, because you're struggling. This is right at the center of your reading. You're struggling, and the only reason why you're struggling is because you don't know what you want, where you want to go. Okay, so that is pretty much where these energies are going, and really look at the facts of everything and not the magician and the fiction, because everything is illusion. If you're stepping outside of yourself, that is an illusion, because that is not what is meant to, how do I put that? That's not your path, the way that you're supposed to be going. Whatever is internal, don't let the external earth affect you internally. You just have to, you know what? That's not my journey, not my problem, not my issue, not my job, not my concern. What is? Everything that's inside here, your heart. Okay? I don't know if any of this made sense. I am just doing what divine told me to do. I hope that something touched somebody's heart, that it'll grow. Definitely you're on a path. Divine is saying, I'm ready to move to the next step. Let me move to the next step, but I can't do that until you close whatever door or stop whatever it is. It's sort of like addiction. If you do not stop eating sugar, you are going to, of course you can. Of course you can. If you don't stop eating sugar, you may get diabetes, that kind of a thing. If you don't stop getting less sleep, you could end up with a heart attack. These are things that, you think about. What is a habit that I'm doing that I could end? That, or something that I could do? What is the next step? The next step is what you're going to be doing for your purpose and your calling. Whatever it is that you are going to, okay, thank you. So he says, extend yourself for somebody else. That's the next step. Your step, I feel like you need to keep moving with that passion that you have in your heart, not the fear. You've got fear still guiding you. You need to allow that passion, whatever that is in your path and your journey. Again, where did it go? The leap of faith. You have to have the leap of faith of whatever it is that you want to do next, and take that leap, whatever it is. That's your next step. Believing and trusting wholeheartedly that divine's got you. He's not going to let you fall. He's never going to let you fall. He's going to maybe teach us lessons as we go, because maybe that's not the right way. But whatever it is that you're facing or doing, stop letting fear guide you and allow that leap of faith to guide you. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Felix, or not, but that is something that that's where that door is going to close. There is a butterfly inside the cage and there is one out. You have the choice to get out of the cage. The system, the world, is the cage. And even if you step out of the cage, that is okay. That is where it's going to go. I am outside the cage. I don't live in the system. I don't fit in this system. The system doesn't like supernatural. The system doesn't like empaths. The system doesn't like clairvoyant people. The system doesn't, they think you're nuts and crazy. Step out of the system and live your authentic self. I don't care about the system. I care about what divine has me in my purpose. So I am extending myself. So Felix, whatever it is that you have to extend yourself to better yourself for not only you, but others, keep doing that. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but something's trying to finish up. You're just afraid to move to that next step. All right. Hello there. Hi. Welcome. I think my battery is just about going to go dead here too, but just let you know, I am going to start, might even start tonight to do some readings. They're going to be recorded though. You're very welcome. I don't know if this made sense for you. You can always text me and email me, you know that, or Facebook me, PM me. Yes, you bet. But definitely don't forget to watch my channel, please. I appreciate it. And then like, share, subscribe for those that are watching on the recording. I appreciate any support and all the support that you guys give me. And I love when you guys pop on and say hello when I'm live. I love that. Thank you very, very much. I know some of you are in different time zones. So don't forget to always comment, and I will always answer your comments or your questions. And please, again, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And I love you guys for coming on. Thank you, Felix. And I don't know what that says. Something night. I apologize. My glasses, I need new glasses. I'm getting older, guys. Oh my gosh. I will do the Leo reading for you. I will do that. I'm going to do Leo and Virgo next. All right. I will definitely do that. All right. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful 2 weeks. Again, pay attention to the um, illusions versus facts, and don't let fear keep guiding you. Allow your intuition. All right. Love you guys. Don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. Okay. Bye bye.